Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Life with Marianne and Joe. As you can see, I'm in the car right now. I'm heading home and I'm going to begin working on the mantle in the family room. And my goal is, once again, I didn't buy anything for it, and I'm using all items that I got from a dollar store, the Dollar Tree, the Dollar Zone, or some kind of dollar store, or free finds like pine cones. So I hope you'll join me and enjoy what I'm doing. I'm going to be doing a traditional look with a lot of oranges and burnt umbers and so on, pumpkins and things like that. Like always, drop me a comment. Please subscribe. It's free if you haven't. You don't want to miss any of my fall and Christmas coming up. And give me a thumbs up because it really helps me. Okay, so stay tuned while we get busy and start on this mantle. Hi everyone, Joe here. Thanks for stopping by back today to see the continuation of my fall 2021 series. Today we're in the family room and I'm going to begin working on the mantle here. And this is always challenging, especially all of you know that for those of you that have your television above your mantle. You know, the televisions are getting larger and larger, and we got a larger one, and now my space is even smaller that I have between the bottom of the TV and the top of the mantle. Plus, you always have to keep in mind that this little centerpiece right here is what reads your remote. So you can't be putting stuff in front of there, otherwise your remote's not going to work, and then you're going to have to wind up redoing what you did. So be cautious of that. Test out your remote as you are decorating so that you don't get too far into the process and you're going to have to take everything down. So that's a really important tip. First tip that I'm going to give you. Next is what I want to show you. For those of you that know me, you know I do this. I'm using a board on top of my mantle, and this is a really heavy board that I have, and the reason that it is so heavy is because I'm anticipating what's going to happen in a few weeks when I begin Christmas, because I load so many things onto my mantle that there's a very good chance that things could fall down, and it has happened in the past by using, a few different methods that I've used. But I found this one recently to be the most successful for me. So what I do is, I don't know if you saw my mantle from the living room, I have a board on there and I painted that one white because that one is seen much more, the top of it. But this one is not going to be seen. So actually what I did was I left this, it's brown, but the wall is brown as well. So it kind of goes away. I have to move those two candles there, otherwise I'm going to have a problem. So I don't want that board to fall. So let me just get rid of these right now. And I cleared everything else off. I had it really simple for the summer. I just had some pears across there. So I got rid of that, and actually I used him in the other room on my bountiful harvest. So anyway, here is the board, and what I did was let me show you close up. I put nails across the front of this board in here. And then what I did was I attached this garland to it, and this is going to be my base for not only for the fall, but also for Christmas. So it's like I'm one step ahead for Christmas already. All right, so here we go. I'm going to put the board up here. I cut it exactly to the length that I needed, right? And I'm putting it right towards the front of the mantle here. Okay? And there you go. So now what'll happen is I have a base for what I'm going to be doing on there. Now I've at a crossroads because I cut down on the whimsy factor this year for fall dramatically. Again, I don't know if if you've never seen me before, but I did our living room in a fall vineyard fantasy. I used a lot of purples and greens in there, which is a little different for fall. And then in the dining room, I did a under the Tuscan sun. I have like a lot of fruits and like a bountiful harvest kind of thing. And my entryway is inspired by Burgundy, France. It is a touch of burgundy. It's all burgundy leaves and pumpkins and whatnot in there. Now in this room, I'm going to do more traditional oranges as I transition into here. So again, I can't like pile pumpkins up here because of the TV. So what I think I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using these. Now these, believe it or not, these were $1. Look at the size of these. This was from the dollar zone. And I think what I'm going to be doing is a cascading arrangement on the mantle. And I've done something like this in the past and I really like it, so I'm going to create it probably with a little bit of a twist. So hold on while I start inserting these into that garland. Okay, so I have the basic plan here. So what I want to do now is on each end, I want to drop down. I want the ends to cascade a little bit so that it doesn't look so, just flat across the top. So I'm going to take one here and I'm going to begin, let me see. See, I want it to look like that. I have one. I only have 3 left, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wire it in here so that it extends down on each end. But I have to go get my Florida wire. Not prepared. Okay, so I think I got this the way I want it to be. It took a little bit of argument with it, but this will be the first layer. Now, what I did was, remember I told you about the remote. So what I did was I sat down where I sit and where Mary Ann sits, and I turned the remote on to make sure the television goes on and off and that the television stations can be changed. Okay, so don't forget to do that, please. All right, so here we are with these leaves, and I'm going to add my next layer. But what's that going to be? Because I don't know yet. I have to go up in the attic and look. Okay, so I'm not much of a ribbon kind of a person, but I have these from last year. I got these at the Dollar Tree, and I think they're really nice. They coordinate really nice together. This plaid one and this burnt orange one. So what I'm doing is I'm just filling in. So you can see I cut them last year, but so what I do actually is I'll just make a loop like this, and then I gather it, and then I have, tails like this, or I can make the loop bigger or smaller or whatever. And I don't know if you can see, I have to take the camera off so you can see where I started. Let me do that, hold on. Okay, so hopefully you can see what I did here. That's actually 3 pieces here. I did one loop and then the tails, another loop and then the tails, and then another loop and then the tails. And I did it at each end. And like I said, I'm not a ribbon person. I'm not like a bow kind of guy. I thought though this looked nice and it fills in a little bit for this arrangement. So I'm going to kind of stick to the 2 ends and I'm staying away from the center. Okay, so next I'm going to use some of these dollar store flowers that I have, and they have the oranges and the yellows, and these were Dollar Zone 6 for $1 Christmas balls. They were originally gold. Then I painted them purple one year when I made giant grape clusters. And then last year I painted them orange and this creamy color. And I'm going to see how that looks. I'm not sure yet, but I'm going to try those in there. All right, so here's where I am right now. I added the ribbon. I added some of those. Those are actually Christmas balls. I don't call them Christmas balls, those ornaments there. And I added some flowers, as you can see, but I'm just not happy with it. It's too, I love monochromatic, but it's just not working. So I'm going to start adding other things in here now to try to bring this more to life. It's just too bleh. Okay everyone, so I hope you enjoyed this Decorate with me on my mantle in the family room in this very traditional oranges and very inexpensive dollar store items that I use. And I don't think it looks dollar store at all, and I hope you don't either. So, like I said, take care, and I'll be seeing you really soon. Stay tuned for another episode coming up quickly, maybe even tomorrow. Bye-bye.